Hi everybody, your resident book fair lady is here. I wanted to talk to you tonight about some of the titles that came on our book fair that you didn't get to see. I'm going to be focusing mostly on the younger grade books for this evening, and then in the next couple days I'll get a little older with the material. So our book fair theme this year was lions and tigers and books. Oh my! A very cute little jungle theme that we had all set up. And because of the theme and because of how accessible it is, topically speaking, Scholastic sent us a lot of various animal books, especially books about, oh surprise, jungle animals. So they range from things like this, What Makes a Monster, a book of really, I don't want to call them so ugly they're cute, but I can't think of a better term. So ugly they're cute kind of animals to go through with different facts about them, and you get to see the pictures. There's bats and skunks and like the Portuguese man of war. I think those are kind of cool looking, actually, not really ugly. Anyway, so it's cute because it's got little facts and pictures and talks about those. Then we have one, this is Into the Jungle. This is another Discover Jungle Animals Around the World. So it's got more pictures and facts and information about it. It's a little bit more detailed. You would have a little bit more reading to do as opposed to just pictures as much. And then we take that up even another level to Jump. This is with National Geographic. And they, again, obviously their thing has been pictures and information for a long time. So they have beautiful photo spreads with information about the different animals. That one's a Tasmanian devil, for example. Then we've got some different stories about hippopotamus and different things like that. Slicers talks about the way their mouths work. And then there are some too that are, informative, but they're also kind of, fictional and a little bit silly. This one is about a koala who really doesn't like it when you call him a koala bear, because he wants you to know and remember that he is not a bear. So that one was really cute. And then just in general, we have a nice selection of picture books and storybooks. There are plenty of cardboard books, even for babies who do more eating than paying attention to stories, like to chew on them. There are some that have the sequins on them, so they're nice and tactile. There was one, I didn't get to grab it to show you guys, but it had some really cool like silicone pattern, like there was a wavy pattern and some circles that looked like it would be fun for a little one. And here's a really cute one called Bedtime Blast Off by Luke Reynolds. It's not got a lot of words, but it has some really cute images about dad and a little boy playing together before bedtime. And I really like that this one is showing that the parents can play too. Because we are still capable. We might be older and have, household responsibilities and being trapped in the house, not trapped, but, oh, the cats are running around. Being in charge of the kids, sometimes we forget that we are allowed to play too and use our imaginations, and I highly encourage it. This is another cute little one about Bear Can't Sleep. So he's gone into his cave to hibernate for the evening. Oh, sorry, it's by Karma Wilson. And he's gone into his cave to hibernate for the winter, and he's just having a hard time sleeping. So one friend shows up and tries to help him, and he still can't sleep. And another shows up, and he still can't sleep. And then they start telling stories. But do you think Bear makes it to the end, or do you think Bear falls to sleep? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and read to the end and find out. Then there's this one called Bruce's Big Move, and it is by Ryan T. Higgins. My kids told me that when they visited the library last spring, or maybe in the fall, that they read another story about Bruce. So this is at least his second story. He is a bear who is the father of 4 geese. He's a bear who is the mother of 4 geese. And somehow they've also adopted mice, and Bruce isn't happy about that, so he decides to move, and then realizes that family is kind of what you make of it, maybe not what you're expecting, but that you love each other no matter what. And it's cute. It's got some really nice artwork in it. This is their housewarming party. You can see all the different animals. His geese are really cute. Got the mice in there, and there's Bruce, who's having a hard time, but he learns to live with it. And then we had some rather silly books come through, and I was reading these to my kids right before they went to bed tonight, and we were just laughing. This one is cute. It's called Grumpy Corn. It's about a unicorn. Oh, sorry, it's Sarah McIntyre is the author. It's about a unicorn who sounds like a writer for real. He sits down to write the greatest story ever imagined, and just then has to have a special pen, and has to have some tea, and has to, all these things come along that are just getting in the way of his most fantastic story ever. And his friends come to visit, and they're like, oh, he's just being a grumpy corn. But then instead of abandoning their friend, they try to help him, and it's very cute. This one is, whoa, very colorful, lots of bright psychedelic kind of, they live in an ocean, and so here's a good one. Lots of different colors and patterns, and his friend the narwhal, and the jellyfish, and the mermaid all get together and help him out, and it's cute. It's a nice little story. There's this one, really silly, Lori Killer's Potato Pants, and it's about this little potato who really wants to get a pair of pants because they're on sale. It's potato pants season, and he tries to go and get them, but runs into some difficulties involving an eggplant who is trying to steal his potato pants. And it's silly, but it's humorous, and it has a good message about, apologizing if you've done something wrong, and maybe working together to find a solution for the problem that you're having. So it was cute, and we were laughing a lot. But surprisingly, the one I didn't think was going to be anything much had us laughing hilariously, almost in tears. We were laughing so hard. It's called The Dinky Donkey. And it's really thin. It's by Craig Smith, did the words, and Katz Cowley did the art. Really thin. I just grabbed it because it was there. I didn't think anything of it, and we were just dying laughing. And as a reader, when you're reading out loud, there are some books that are like really not interesting to read. Like the kids might be into it, but it just, oh my goodness, it's kind of boring, especially if you've had to read it a bunch of times. But there are a few, like this one, that are just fun to read out loud because you're laughing and everyone else is laughing, and it was cute. And I believe, I didn't read the second one, but just based on reading this, sorry, I didn't read the first one. Based on reading this is at least the second one about this donkey, or the parent donkey at least. So we enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with that, and maybe I'll do a second little video of me reading this, and that is just to give you guys an idea of some of the younger level titles that we had on our book fair. And I hope you like this, and have a good evening. Happy reading.